Hello and welcome back to the REGIO.DIGI.HUB Academy. In this video we will see the outline of a course uploaded on the platform, and we will see the various options that Moodle offers us to create more content for the learners. The contents of the training exercises have to be translated into the different languages of all participating partners. This is why in your dashboard you will see courses prepared for each individual language. You will notice the little flag displayed in the upper right corner, which indicates which language the specific course is designed for. The English language course is ready. Let's take an overview of it. It begins with a general introduction and followed by the modules themselves. You will see that each module contains chapters uploaded as files, and each chapter is followed by a quiz. Each quiz in turn has 2 questions. To proceed further, a participant in the course has to answer at least one of the 2 questions correctly. We still have some work to do regarding the uploading of information to all courses in all respective languages. For example, let's view this Bulgarian version of a course. We see that the general information is there and some more information about Moodle itself, but the various possible modules have yet to be uploaded. So, let's add some modules. To do this, we need to find the Settings tab up in the menu and turn Editing on. You will see it as the second menu in the drop-down. You will notice that we have these pens appearing after the text, which indicates that the editing functionality is now active. Let's add another topic. For example, we can name it Module 2, Test. We're sticking with the test today because we're not uploading the actual content, but rather just demonstrating the functionalities. And we can also add a resource. All these various resources are options that Moodle offers us for different types of learning educational materials that can be uploaded to the module. We will go through all of these during our training sessions, but for the basic purposes of creating a course, we need to look into 2, the file and the quiz. Let's try to create a file first. To do this, we select it from the options presented in the pop-up window. This moves us to the specific fill-out form for a file. We have to name the file, but we're going to stick with our test example today and add a brief description. Make sure to add something that relates to the module without going into too much detail. After all, the participants are going to read more information in the actual file that you're uploading. And the next menu is the really important part when we have to select the files we're looking into. Let's add files. We can add files manually, or we can drag and drop them into this section. I have a file prepared that we're going to drag and drop to our browser. And we add it here. Once the bar is complete, you know that the file has been successfully uploaded. We can customize appearances and other settings regarding the module itself, but for these basic files, it is really not necessary. We will discuss all these options in greater detail during the training courses. And our file is here. Test example, as we called it, is now part of the module 2. But as we discussed earlier, every chapter needs to be followed by a quiz. In this case, we should add one. There are various options, but we're going to add a quiz. You have to name your quiz and include a short description. We're going with tests again, as we'll redo more and more. And we want this to be displayed on the course page. This will enable participants to see the entire structure of the course, including the quizzes. Timing wise, you could enable a timer, a time limit, and set a particular amount of minutes to complete. It is not strictly necessary for these types of quizzes. Regarding the grading system, we need to allow unlimited attempts, and we will register the highest grade. Going to layout, we want to see every 2 questions within the same page. Since our quiz is going to contain only 2 questions, I think it would be best to visualize them at the same time for the participants. Now, we do not need to specify shuffling questions, but we could add that as an option as well to make the test a bit more challenging. This would make the correct answers appear in different locations every time. In such a way, participants will not be able to simply memorize the options, but they will have to read and make sure that they have understood the contents of the PDF file which we uploaded earlier. Another important option is the review options. This enables participants to get feedback immediately upon completing the quiz. They will see if their attempts are correct, what grades they have received, and which is the right answer to the question. If we choose to remove the right answer, for example, people will understand that their question was answered wrongly, but will not get the immediate feedback of which the right answer was. Let's keep it on because we don't want people to suffer unnecessarily. Rather, we want to make them learn new things as quickly and as intuitively as possible. So giving them the feedback right away is quite beneficial. Appearance-wise, once we've been over the quiz settings, we can either save it and return to course, or save it and display the actual quiz. Let's use the save and return to course option this time so we can see the outline of our course. And everything seems to be in order. We have module 2 called test and the test example, which is the file we earlier uploaded. Let's just close this. And the quiz we just created. However, we still have to add questions to our quiz. Let's click on it. And we see that we have the option to add questions. Adding questions to our quiz is really easy and straightforward in the REGIO.DIGI.HUB Academy. We simply find the Add button in the right side of the screen, press it and select a new question. In this particular case, we would like to add a multiple choice question. We will overview the other options later. We add it. And this sends us to the page dedicated to the question itself. We're going to call it question 1. And the question text itself is going to be what is the correct answer. If we have only one correct answer, it should bring 100% of the points. So this would be answer 1 in this case. Or choice 1 rather. We need to fill the others in just in case. And we don't need a 5th answer necessarily, so we can just continue saving the changes. What is the correct answer? It brings 1 point. Let's add another one. I decided to add the second question off screen so we could save some time, but as you can see it is the same as the previous one, each bringing us 1 point. Let's save the quiz and see what we've achieved. Going back to the module itself, we see that it contains our test example and our quiz. Let's turn off the editing mode and try dealing with our quiz. We have to click on Preview Quiz, and give the correct answer. Now, because we gave randomize to our answers, it presents them in a different pattern each time. Even though we gave answer 1 as the correct answer, it's not being presented here as point A. Now, obviously, this doesn't work well with answers code 1, 2, and 3, and 4, but if you want to add more complex texts, it really encourages participants in the course to read carefully and to think on their answers. Let's answer that and give next page. And for the second one, I believe we chose 2 as the correct answer to the question, so we're going to finish our attempt. We are going to submit all and finish. And it seems that we got something wrong this time. The correct answer was actually 3 on the second question. That is still okay, since we've passed the 50% mark on our test and we can complete it, but we are not going to get the full points. We're going to get a hint here that the correct answer is 3, so we can try another attempt and improve our studies again. Though we are going to have to answer all questions regardless of whether we answered correctly the first time or not.